Welcome back to our Luthais dev blog, guys. And yeah, puppets are still spawning inside of trees. You guys clearly saw this puppet glitching inside the tree. I don't think it's necessary for puppets to glitch. That puppet spawned inside of that tree, and now she's walking on the wall through the metal, which has been an old problem, but still. To start off this video, good day, developers. I'm releasing this on a Sunday. I'm making it quite short so that you guys can just look at it on Monday when you start your week. But yes, when 0.9 came out with the encounter system, the puppets did not spawn in the trees and in the bushes. Okay, so I don't believe, if you can't change the encounter system to the old system, I understand. But there's no way for me to understand why you can't let the puppets spawn in the open like they did in 0.95 when they popped out of the ground. And yes, it looked bad when they were, rising out of the ground, but their spawn points were still natural. So please, it's not immersive. It's not a good feeling when you see no puppets, but every single puppet is in a bush and every single puppet is in a tree, except like if there aren't a lot of bushes or aren't a lot of trees at the airfield, then at least they're spawning in the open. But we need them to glitch less, and them spawning in the trees causes glitches, causes them to act in a very, very funny way. So can we please, like when 0.9 came out, they weren't in the trees, they weren't in the bushes, but the encounter system was already implemented. So I cannot see why we cannot roll this back or get them out of the trees or get back to where they spawned previously so that they're not in the bushes and side of the trees. Okay. I'm sure the entire community will agree with me on that. That's the first 2 minutes of the video. Second 2 minutes of the video, this looks extremely ugly. I don't know what happened here. But yeah, this texture thing is happening on a few places throughout the map. Even doors, even wooden doors look like it's got two different textures. You guys can see that it looks butt ugly in here. So yeah, that's point number 2. Okay, we definitely need to fix these textures. And like I say, these textures are happening everywhere or on quite a few places. So if we can look at that, okay, it will help a lot. Well done with the dirt bike. You guys have made the dirt bike a little bit more powerful, giving it more torque, letting it get to the, I think it's 10 kilometers per hour faster than it used to be. So excellent work there. Not sure why the compound bow zoom was added back. I thought it was very realistic for the compound bow to not have a zoom function. It's literally the only weapon in the game, that has a zoom function. So yeah, not completely sure why it's got a. It's the only weapon that has a zoom, and then you can use focus mode to zoom even more without a sight. So I feel like, you guys said it's like it was a mistake, to take the zoom of the compound bow away, but I feel it's a lot more immersive if it doesn't have the zoom. People can comment down below how they feel about it. But I mean, I actually started using a compound bow again because it's very uncomfortable to use a compound bow in a bunker or something with that zoom function. And because in 0.6, I don't mind because when you see a puppet, it stands still. But now with the puppets glitching in position, like when they see you, they glitch to the left or they glitch to the right. The puppets are even teleporting to you at the moment when they run at you. So it's just, that zoom, that time to zoom in is just not functional with the glitchy puppets that we have at the moment. But I mean, the community down below can tell me what they think, whether they prefer the zoom or if they liked it. I personally liked it when the zoom wasn't on the compound bow. Just felt realistic, and then, those glitchy puppets didn't affect me that much, and it makes it so that people that don't know where the middle of the screen is or have a low archery skill or just struggle with the other bows, that they can use the bow with everywhere, so that it's not just an outside tool, but you can use it everywhere. So I think it's a little bit more versatile. And yeah, that's about it. I know you guys are working on the encounter system. I'm not going to speak about it again. I've said whatever I needed to say about the encounter system. Spoken to a lot of people that are knowledgeable on this, and friends that I have. So yeah, if you can't change it, it's fine. But the biggest thing that I want to talk to you about for the next 4 minutes is the 1.0 release. Now, I'm sure no one in Jagex watches my videos, but I do know, at least 3 people in Gamepires watches these dev blogs, or at least reacts to them. So yeah, if we are on your side, we are on Gamepire's side, okay? We love what you did. We love the game that you made. We know that whatever you put your minds to, you can achieve that goal. Sometimes it just takes a lot of time, but whatever you want to do, you will get there. But we all know it takes a lot of time, okay? So my biggest concern is the 1.0 release at the end of the year. And if there's any developer that wants to contact me directly and ask me to start a petition, I will start a petition that we can direct it at Jagex or direct it at whoever we need to direct it at. But if you guys feel like us, like you're being pressured into, giving us 1.0 at the end of the year for some kind of financial investor or Jagex reason, I'm not sure. But all I want to tell you guys is I'm behind you. So whatever you need me to do, if you guys feel you need more time for 1.0, please let me know on Discord or on email or whatever the case may be. I'll never say who you are. I just want to know, if you guys need any help from us with pressure or with quarterly reports, just let me know and I'll get the community together and we'll start a petition so that you guys can get, like an extra year until 1.0 releases. I mean, there's a lot of things, even if Jagex thinks about the money side of things, there's a lot of things that you can add. You can add new puppets, you can add new kinds of puppets because you did do the Razor, you did do Brenner. So I don't think it's impossible to add new puppets to the game that's going to, make the game cool. The quest system can still come out without it being 1.0. But I'm sure you guys understand there's a lot of work that needs to be done for 1.0 to be as smooth as possible. One big good reason I can give you is balance. A lot of updates have had balance issues, where people can make money very quickly or exploit the fame very quickly or whatever the case may be. And I know you guys have got a roadmap, for what you're planning for 1.0 and further. I'll put that on the screen right now for everyone to see. Like everything just says advanced, advanced fame, advanced this, advanced that. So I know you guys have got a ton of plans, which you, of course, there's no way you can do that by 1.0. So all the signs point to 1.0. The trailer, the fact that you said the quest system is coming in 1.0, and the fact that in the Monday dev blogs, you're saying you're working on the quest system and you're working on a trailer. So everything points to 1.0 at the end of the year. So I feel we need you guys to do one of two things. Either in the next dev, in the next Monday dev blog, tell us 1.0 isn't coming out at the end of the year. We can relax, or someone message me and tell me, Brew, it's all right. We've got this. Or, Luth, we'd like you to just help us to maybe have a little bit more time on the game, because of course, you guys are just as passionate about this game as me, even more because you created it. But yeah, if you guys need any help from me, please private message me. I will never give out the info. You can ask any of my community members. You can trust me. But yeah, I'm willing to help in any way or capacity that I can. And then the last subject, which I will try and cover quite quickly, is a test server. Whether 1.0 comes out or whether 1.0 doesn't come out, the last 2 big patches with the extra loot on the vehicles, and then the patch before that with the Rager, with the Rager armor, almost everything in the patch was broken or there was something wrong with it on the patch release, okay? And like the last patch, you added loot space to vehicles, but when people touch a bike, which is part of the patch, like the patch isn't touching 1,000 things, the patch is touching like 12 things, but all 12 things didn't work right. You did something to the base building didn't work out. People's bases got destroyed when they put down a chest or when they drive the car into the base. The storage didn't work. You can't drive a vehicle into your base with the double doors because the storage on top. There's just so, like, everything is going wrong with the latest patches, which hot fixes are always needed. But again, because we're moving close to 1.0, because you want the players, not mine, the casual players, the majority of the players that's going to make you money and buy DLCs, because you want all those players back, you need to look more professional. We know you're professional. We know what you're capable of. But this bring out a patch and it's completely broken is not helping with the perception, that a lot of the community has, or the lack of confidence that the big part of the community has. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to be talking passionately all the way up to the end. Whether the end is a success or a failure, I'm going to be on that boat till it sinks or drives into the moonlight, okay? I will be with you guys. But we need a test server because you guys said, that in the last patch you said you tested it. But, I mean, we saw all the things that were wrong. My community saw everything that was wrong within the first 10 minutes. So, what testing was done? I mean, you just had to get on the bicycle, see if it works. You change something about the base building, build a little base, see if everything works. Like the testing that needs to be done for a patch that doesn't touch 1,000 things, I don't think will take longer than a day. But I do believe because we're moving to 1.0, because you want player confidence back, because you want to make money, and because me and a lot of people care about you guys and care about this dream, we need a test server. I will be right at the front of that list. Okay? You need at least 20 or 30 testers on that test server, but you can't have the same kind of players. You need someone that specializes in PvP. You need someone that specializes in PvE, not like on a PvE server, but like I specialize in PvE aspects. I love puppets and sentries. I like playing with these kinds of things. You need someone that loves base building, that wants to build bases every day. He can test the base building. So I feel if you get 20, not even 30, I think if you get 20 people to volunteer to test certain aspects of the game, and then when you tell the testers what is going to be in the patch, they can all get together and test everything that the patch is going to change. And then, the updates can be way more smoother and have a much better perception of game players and being professional and being close to 1.0 and all that stuff. We need to, get the confidence back from the players that, that people aren't just throwing hate speech and cursing and whatever the case would be. Like I still feel that video of mine with "It's not funny anymore" is positive because every message was, we love Scum, but we're not playing it anymore. So you want all those players back. You want all those players back. You want them to buy DLCs. If you've got 20,000 happy players, like, that video is on 20,000 views. If you've got 20,000 happy players, don't just think about them. Think about everyone they know. Think about something that nobody wants to think about, multi-level marketing. Think to yourself, every one of those 20,000 people knows 2 to 5 people that they would like their friends to play Scum as well. And if their friends like Scum, then their friends knows other people. You understand? It's just like an overwhelming wave. If I tell someone about Scum and they love the game, then they will tell someone else about Scum, and it just carries on. It's like throwing a stone into a pond. It's just like a major ripple effect. So yes, we need to get the confidence back. Message me if you want to, or say in the next dev blog, everything, 1.0 isn't coming out at the end of the year. and we need that test server. I nominate or I volunteer as the first guy to help you with testing updates, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that will be willing to help as well. You know, and there's a lot of people that are still passionate about this game. You know, and they want their friends to come back, and they want more people to play the game, and they want they don't want 200 people on the server, but they want 80 happy people or 100 happy people on the servers. Okay, so we're with you. Let's work together and make Scum great. Later, guys. Cheers. Okay, next thing on the list, which can help with quality of life developers, is this. The fact that when a vehicle's on a slight downhill or slight uphill, you cannot interact with the vehicle at all. I have to help people every day that get their vehicle, get out of a vehicle when it's on an uphill or downhill and they can't interact with it. A lot of times it gets stuck on rocks and you can't interact with it on the rocks. You can't get it out of the rocks, and then I have to despawn it or destroy it and spawn in another vehicle. So I'm sure this can be a major issue on official servers without active admins. So yeah, this is definitely something that needs to be on the list. As you can see, I can't interact with the bicycle. I have to like get it on an uphill or downhill. Can't get on it to go down the hill. So basically you have to nudge it all the way. So yeah. But this, I understand this is a major hill, but it happens on small hills as well. And trust me, a lot of your players are getting the vehicle stuck and can't interact with it. They can't even nudge it. Like if they get stuck on rocks, the only option that they get is remove lock. That's it. They cannot interact with it at all, and they definitely need an admin.